Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you saw my first video, this is basically like a part 2 to that. So I'm starting off almost in the same location I ended last time. If you didn't see that video, go back, check it out. It should be the previous video I posted. But basically this time, what I'm going to be doing is a little bit more exploration along the creek. I'm going to go up the creek, follow some things, and I'm going to walk through a little bit more specifics about my method for gold panning. I'll try to show you guys how I actually pan, the process of getting it all the way down to the fine gold without losing any or much gold at all. But then, and then also show you kind of where I look in a creek, etc. So around here, gold's really fine. It's really hard to find, kind of, and it's really little. So we're not gonna find tons, but there is sometimes there's little chunks. The biggest piece I've found is if you like grew out your thumbnail for like 4 weeks and then clipped it off. That's about that big. So not huge. Probably won't have enough to weigh at the end of the video, but it is a beautiful place. I love being here. It's a fun thing to do. So follow along. Hope you guys enjoy. I've simplified my setup here. All I've got is 2 shovels for different size digging, pair of gloves because it's freezing cold out here, a sucker bottle, and a pan. That's all we really need. Let's go. One really good sign of finding gold is where somebody has dug another large hole. Now I want to give props to this person right here. They dug a huge hole and then they filled it back in. You can tell there's a hole there still, but a lot of times people will dig these holes and leave these ginormous holes afterwards. They don't fill it back in. So good job to this person for filling it back in. But another thing is, this is a 6-foot long hole. There's no reason they would have kept digging unless they were finding gold. So what I'm going to do, start right on the edge of their hole here, somewhere down here maybe, and just dig a test pan or 2. Maybe dig one from up there, test pan or 2, maybe one from the side, and see what kind of gold they were finding. Some interesting rocks in here too. There's some really weathered quartz. Look at that oxidation going on here. There's a chipped piece. But look how dark it is, and that's quartz all through there. That's a good sign when you got that many minerals in a rock. There might be gold around, so even that, look at that, nice dirt underneath. So we'll start digging, see what we can find. Here's a better example of that. You can see the one side, quartz underneath, top side, just totally darkened by the sun. Pretty neat. Got all these big quartz pieces here. Can I even get this one out? Yeah! Look at that. Might be gold in there, but more than likely there's gold underneath it. And in this kind of stuff here, this kind of loose gravelly muck is what we're looking for. Toss that in my pan. I'm gonna set you guys up if possible so you can watch. That's soft enough to use the big guy. That's a full pan, 3 quick shovels. It's nice when it's really easy. There were 7 specks in that one pan, and that was really easy digging. So that's a good sign. We're gonna say thank you to this person for showing us this spot. Why did they choose this spot? Well, You got the river curve in here. You got the inside of the bank. The river, when it floods, comes straight across here, but for the most part, it just drops out on the spot. So I'm gonna dig one more shovel deep, and then I'm gonna start working my way. I'm gonna dig it deeper here and start working my way around this hole, just kind of around where they were digging. And what I'm gonna do, instead of getting rid of all the tiny little stuff at the bottom of the pan, dumping it out, worrying about all the little gold, I'll just add my next shovel to it. So I sucked out those specks, but anything left in there, we'll get in the next pan. Now we're going deeper, if we can. Sometimes though, with this muddy stuff and flood gold, deeper is not better. We're about to find out. Is deeper better, or is it better to stay on the surface? All right, I got 3 specks and 2 little tiny micros, so we could say 5 if we're being generous. So I'm gonna stick near the surface and go around the side. This stuff takes less than 30 seconds to pan out because nature has done its thing. So one of the best things you can do when you're gold panning or prospecting, let nature be the one to do all the hard work. This creek's been running for millennia, right? So it's collecting all this fine gold in these spots. You might find a spot that looks, wow, this has got quartz, it's got all this stuff. But if you're digging through clay and you're digging through muck and you're trying to sift it out and all this stuff, and it takes forever. Let nature do it. Just find spots that it's easier to dig. It's so much better. I'm gonna keep digging here, and I'll kind of show you all the gold I get at the end of this spot. I wanted to take a pause, show you guys one of the larger pieces I've found. So that little one that looks like Madagascar behind the, there it goes, right there on the tip of my finger. So we're getting in the little bit chunkier bits, and I found that one right on the surface, so I'm going to keep digging along on the surface. Next, I'll show you guys my panning method. I'll gather some more of this stuff and then show you guys that. First things first, get my gloves on because the water's cold. And then, yeah, okay. So this is a really simple setup. A lot of times when you're panning, you'll have some sort of classifier to get rid of all these big rocks. But I don't have one here, so glove on. What we're gonna do, I've got some dirt in here. Put your hands under the water. We're just gonna vibrate, just jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. So get some of these big rocks out of here too. Might wash a little, quite a yellow rock. Okay. All right, so on the edge of our pan, jiggle, 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 jiggle. Gold is 21 or 23 something times heavier than water, so it really sinks a lot faster than a lot of the rocks. Then the next thing in this dirt that sinks fast is black sands. So when you're panning and you start to see black sands in the edge of the pan, you know you're doing it right. So what I'm doing here is expedited panning, vibrating it down. Now I've got all the big stuff out. Well, let me do one more. Get these big chunkies off. Instead of going in circles, I want to go back and forth. And I'm tilting the pan forward just a bit. That way the gold collects in the bottom of my pan here. And I got some clay there, kind of want to break that up. Side to side. Make sure there's enough water in there for it to jiggle down. Now I can start just letting the layers on the top slide off the pan. It's over these ridges. So the gold will be on the bottom, hopefully. It'll catch the ridges, won't fly out, and slide off the top. So We're going really aggressively here. Shake, shake, shake. Slide off the top. I'm avoiding letting the water hit the back of my thing here, because sometimes gold will seep up the backs here. So when I come here, I'm trying to stop the water from going all the way to the back. I don't know if you can hear me over that waterfall. I just thought of that. There's a little thingy there. All right, so we're gonna keep shaking it side to side. Now it's wide enough I can do it with one hand. Let me do it this way so you can see what's going on. Sliding that off, all the light materials, bring it back. So I do that 3 or 4 times probably. 1, 2, 3, bring it back, shake it out. 1, 2, 3, bring it back, shake it out. 1, 2, 3, bring it back, shake it out. Now I'm in a disclaimer here. There are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of gold panning how-to videos on YouTube. This is the way I do it. It works for my area, especially because of all the clay. Also, don't have tons of black sands here. I know, like in Colorado, there's a lot of black sand. I know Chris from Bogus Prospecting always talking about all that tanning you got to deal with. Thankfully, the black sand here is magnetic. So now I've got down to a teaspoon or 2 of material. So I brought it all forward here. One thing you can do, tap, 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 tap. You tap in the direction you want the gold to go. So tapping on the front, I want the gold in the front of the pan. Now I'm gonna start swooping it back. What I see here is blonde sands in the back, black sands in the front. That's a good sign. And I see some specks of gold poking through. Let me get rid of that large rock. As soon as I see some gold poking through, I'm gonna start tapping. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 specks. I'm gonna go ahead and take my snuffer bottle, because this gold is so fine, it'll float on you. So as soon as it's exposed, I suck it up. I don't want to keep swirling it around while it's exposed. And there might be 1 or 2 more specks in there. But the key is, I'll leave all this in my pan, dump some of that water out. I'll leave all that in there, add more shovels full, don't have to worry about all the little tiny specks in the bottom. Eventually it accumulate. You might lose some, you might not, who knows, but that's my method. So if you guys enjoyed, repeat. If not, ignore all my advice. It's up to you. Or don't go gold panning at all, just sit on your couch and watch YouTube videos of it. Alright, back to digging. Yeah. I'm walking up creek a little bit, and it's interesting. It really flattens out here and slows the flow down. Kind of doesn't really help out for digging. So I might round a few bends, see if I can find some more areas with bedrock. Otherwise, I'll just have to go back to where I was. The nice thing about walking farther is the farther I walk, the farther I am away from the road, the less likelihood somebody has been here to dig. Either way, it's a nice walk through some really nice woods, as you can see. A nice hill here. Hills are nice because that's assuming that's where most of the gold is coming out of, is the uneven terrain. I'm gonna go find a spot to see if I can dig up here. Thought this place was interesting. So right up along here, and then as you can see right here, there's old like creek bed. So where the creek used to flow, deposited a bunch of rocks and stuff. And yeah, I was trying to find where it concentrates. Unfortunately, for that whole bank up here, it all concentrates down here. It's just a little too deep for me at the moment. Sometimes the water gets shallower. And then there's this stuff. You can see all the cobbles in the side there. So that might fall out into the bed and then concentrate. So maybe some concentrates there, but I'm gonna check that bank there. Otherwise, that'll be enough exploring for me. I'll probably go back, dig a few more holes in that one spot. I was getting about 7 specks a pan, so pretty good average there. And then I'll call it quits there. So I did quite a bit of exploring off camera, and it was fun. It's nice. My back's getting sore, but it's getting later. The sun's going down, so it'd be about time to go home soon. All right, y'all, I've got one last pan here. I dug a little more out in this area. I think I figured out I can hold you in my teeth while I pan. So I'm gonna attempt it, see how it goes. The angle of the camera will have to change, so it might look a little zoomed in or something, but we're gonna go for that, and then I'll show you everything I got at the end for both of the videos. Really, it's just one day, but everything I got for the day, and then we'll be heading home. So enjoy this last pan and the big reveal at the end. Thanks for watching. All right, I'm gonna put you in my teeth now. Here we go. All right. What? All right. I stuck all my teeth. I smacked my stick, my phone holding stick, while I was doing that. Smack my teeth, but I'm gonna put this in the pan, show you guys all what we got. All right, hopefully that's everything out of the bottle. And try to shake it all down. Got a little less water in there. Shake it all down. I suppose you probably want to see from the same angle I'm looking at. All right. And I'm just gonna suck all this back up in there so I won't have to do any tapping or anything. But let's just take a peek. You can already see it popping through there. Not too bad. Yeah, nice little gold smile. So, not bad for, let's see, I'm guessing I did about 20 pans. So, not tons, nothing big. I've certainly found bigger chunks before. I didn't find anything big like that today, but I really enjoyed going out and doing some gold panning, not being in Kansas for a little bit. So, thanks for watching, y'all. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.